There's a certain paradigm in which we try to help the poor. And it comes with underlying assumptions and images about poor people. It comes from a good heart. They give us food. They bring us shoes. They dig us wells. They encourage others to give. The problem is, it does not work.
The way that we help the poor needs to change. The rich patronize the poor resent the rich.
As we build friendships with our 10 mission partners around the world, the Mission Commission members have been learning that the conventional wisdom is not always the best way to reach people for Christ. What if some orphans in Russia grew to love America and Americans? What would we gain? Essentially nothing. Because in the best case, loving America will not help them survive in their own situations any better. In a worse case, it could make them more frustrated by or more saddened in their own situation. Why couldn't I have been born somewhere else? What if the people our mission partners are trying to reach began to resent our partners because of their connection to rich Americans? What would we lose? Without realizing it, we could reduce our ministry partners' effectiveness due to our own actions or insensitivity. That could be a huge tragedy. It's wonderful to live in America, but America does not have all the answers, and America is not very good at following after God. It may be possible that we could confuse the good news of Jesus with living the good life in our own situation. Did you know that there are several places on earth that are extremely inexpensive to live? There are places where you can live quite well for a few dollars a day or even less. If we would ever travel to those places, we would feel like superheroes because the money in our pockets could do amazing things. In those same places, there are happy people with a lot less stuff than we have. They go to work each day and then come home to play with their kids before supper. In those same places, there are people that love Jesus with all their heart. They even have time in their schedules to help others in need. In those places, there are also people that only focus on themselves and their own needs and their own wants. So how are the people in those places so very different from us? At the core and in our hearts, they are not as different as you might think. We all need Jesus to fill our lives. We are all broken in some similar ways and in some different. We must admit that sometimes we're so focused on our own lives that we don't have time in our schedules to even think about others, let alone help them. Often our imagination about other cultures is too small. What kinds of jobs are common in Kenya, or Russia, or Haiti? Maybe, since we don't know, we guess too small. Can you imagine a man in Haiti building a solar-powered street lighting system, starting in his garage and launching into a factory? We need to open our minds to realize that there are opportunities beyond what we think of. So what's next? We need to adjust our thinking. Our ministries need to keep our true focus in view. We must help connect people with God first, and then help make connections between them and the people around them, and between them and the world around them. Quoting, "When these relationships are functioning properly, people are able to fulfill their callings of glorifying God by working and supporting themselves and their families with the fruit of that work." We need to give greater honor to those that we might have otherwise seen as poor. We need to set aside the attitude that we are the superheroes coming in to save these people. We need to open our ears and hearts to learn how people can succeed and flourish in their own culture and situation. We need to always keep aware that God is outside of every culture and would like to help his followers in every situation be as wise as serpents and innocent as doves.
No one in Haiti wants to be a beggar for life. It just doesn't make any sense.
Our goal at PCC is to do effective ministry that will have the maximum long-term benefit for the people that God has called us to serve. Please join us as we learn. Poverty, Inc. is a feature-length film that has investigated how aid from many charitable organizations working around the world has sometimes helped and sometimes harmed the people that they're trying to serve. It's about a 2-hour commitment, but it will open your eyes and engage your mind. Our primary learning resource has been the book When Helping Hurts. I feel that this is a landmark work that is changing the way a generation thinks about how to help the materially poor around the world, including here in the United States. We're learning here at PCC. Join us as we honor God in all that we do to serve the people that he wants to draw to himself. Thank you.